Alright guys, welcome to the floor of the living room in the apartment. Currently, I am foam rolling because I did a very intense leg session and we are maximizing my time by recording this and doing a little recovery work in the background as well. So this video is going to recap 75 Hard. This is my second time through. I'm going to talk about what it did for me, some of the challenges, some of the struggles, very briefly of course. And then get into what I'm doing starting today, which is day one of phase one. So 75 Hard is a mental endurance program for your brain. Imagine it as like a mental marathon. So every day you'll do the following for 75 days. One workout, 45 minutes. You'll do a second workout, 45 minutes minimum. One of them must be outdoors. The other one, they can both be outdoors, but one must be outdoors. It's to endure the weather and really make it challenging to not just go to the gym twice or do some mobility or stretching at your own house. And the catch is they have to be at least 3 hours apart, making it a little bit more inconvenient. So you really have to plan out your day, wake up early or go to bed late. Just part of that. So you will also take one progress picture. You will read 10 pages of a self-help book. You're gonna drink 1 gallon of water. You're gonna follow a diet. If you have to question if the food is healthier on the diet, you probably shouldn't be eating that food, but you have the freedom to choose whatever diet you wanna follow. That is healthy, that's gonna be advantageous to your performance, and help you lose weight, gain muscle, for whatever your goals are. And then the final thing is no cheat meals. Kind of falls hand in hand with the diet, but the biggest thing about this too is no alcohol. So you'll do that for 75 days. If you fail any of the days, you bounce back to day one. This is my second time through. In this, it was just like a recalibration for my brain. I got pretty soft at the end of 2022. I have big goals for 2023, so I tried to start the year off doing 75 Hard. Failed several times just because mentally I got, again, really soft. I was addicted to social media. I wasn't keeping up with the apartment. My diet stayed about the same, and my nutrition or my training in the gym stayed about the same, but the quality went down. Always feeling tired because I was staying up late and sleeping in, and my whole cadence and rhythm was completely jacked up. And it definitely bothered me because I feel like I was failing at the tail end of 2022. Made some adjustments, struggled through the beginning of 2023, and I think on January 12th, so it took almost 2 weeks to finally get my butt in gear. And we were back on track, right? Going to bed earlier, accomplishing more throughout my day, feeling better about my workouts, being more disciplined. Slowly things were turning, the gears and everything. But as you go through 75 Hard, you realize that there are challenging days. You know, there's a traffic accident, so you get home later. You're just tired or exhausted because you're working out twice a day. So you miss a morning workout, and then you have to do your main workout in the afternoon, and then you have to wait until, late at night to do that other one, so you're up. Like, there was probably a handful of nights where I had to do a workout probably at 2, 3 a.m., sometimes 4 a.m., just because there's other things I needed to handle. And those days aren't fun, but they're, mental toughness builders that I definitely took note of. I wrote down how many days I count as a loss where I didn't fail the program, but I didn't run it to my standard, which is wake up early, work out, go to work, accomplish the other tasks, drink your water, read your 10 pages. When you get home, take care of business, or when you go to the gym for your second workout, do all the correct things you're supposed to and be in bed at a reasonable time. So anytime that I was not going to bed, not posting content, going to bed at a later time than I should have, counted that as a loss. So anytime past like 11:30, 12 o'clock, where I really shouldn't be up, but I was like screwing off, so I was up, I counted that as a loss. And I probably had about 10 to 12 of those days where there was like a string of there'd be like 3 in a row, right? Like if you miss a morning workout and you have to stay up late and do another workout, you're probably it's hard to kind of bounce back. Because you stayed up late the night before, waking up the next morning early and trying to work out, it's going to be very difficult. And things start to spiral. But again, those are like the tough little valleys. And then when you hit a peak and then you have, 10 great days, I really enjoyed those days. It felt good. But then, motivation kind of goes away a little bit again, and the discipline has to really kick in. And so that was what was driving home at the end of this, where like around day 50 to 60, it got really, really difficult to try to stay on track, having 3 or 4 consecutive days of losses or just not being as fine-tuned as I wanted to be. But towards the end, the last 5 to 10 days, I was very locked in. It felt really good. And, ended the program on the 75th day, woke up the next morning. I was like, I'm going to take a week off because it was right after quarterfinals for CrossFit. Body, physically, mentally, pretty drained. And I feel like I earned a rest, so I took a whole week off. Today is Monday, the 4th of April, and here we are. So day 1 of phase 1, everything the same as 75 hard, except the difference is you add 3 things. 1 is a 5-minute cold shower. Now, that doesn't have to be the entire shower. You can do a hot shower first, and then make it cold for 5 minutes, or vice versa. Start cold and end hot. It just has to be 5 minutes. Then you have 10 minutes of dedicated visualization. So this is, setting aside 10 minutes, not distracted. You're in a quiet, it's like a meditation state where you think about your future, your goals, your plans, your aspirations, prayer, all that for 10 minutes, visualizing your future. And then the last thing is you add 3 critical tasks to what is known as your power list. 3 things that, excuse me. 3 things that would be a win that you typically don't do every single day to accomplish and further your goals, your aspirations in life that typically be like, oh, I'm too busy for that. So for example, this recording is one of my critical tasks. I would probably put this off until the weekend when it's more convenient. Right now it is 9:49 and I really need to start wrapping up and getting ready for bed. But this is one of my critical tasks, along with, things in my Jeep were very dirty, so I had to clean up trash. Not proud of it, but it's something like, character development, how your car looks, taking pride in that, etc. Another thing is like my living space, right? Doing the laundry, because typically I wait till the weekend where it's just a huge pile, like things like that. And don't pick the same 3 tasks every day. Make it different, right? A couple of them can cycle in and out if it's something you really, really need to work on, but when it becomes a habit, it's not a critical task anymore. It's just a part of you. Pick another one, develop it, continue. And phase 1 is only 30 days. You can go right into it after 75 hard. I needed that week break. Take it if you want it, and then roll into phase 1. But I failed this last year, and I just couldn't get in a good rhythm. And that was part of the spiral towards the end of 2022 where I was trying phase 1 and wasn't committing to it, but my mind feels great. I feel like I'm in control of my life, and there's a lot of good things happening right now. So a good first day 1 of phase 1. I hope to have many more good days. I know there will be challenging days. But that is a recap of 75 hard and the start of phase 1. I will hopefully see you guys in 29 days from today. And be on the lookout for some other content that I'll be posting. So thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Much love. I gotta finish my foam rolling, and I gotta get to bed. Good night.